About a week and a half ago, I got banned on the Facebook marketplace. Well, at least shadow banned. And that is, once that happens, your listings then get deranked so hard that basically no people can see them anymore. So what did I do in order for this to happen? And also, what can you do if this happens to you? Let's discuss. Facebook and also its attached Facebook marketplace. I don't use the former a whole lot, but the latter I use quite a bit, especially when it comes to selling gaming PCs. Now, depending on where you are in the world, Gumtree, Craigslist, or OfferUp, or other apps might be more popular. But in Australia, Facebook Marketplace is a big way to sell gaming PCs. So if you flat out get banned, or in my case, shadow banned, it can affect, of course, sales dramatically. And in this case, I have spoken with a few friends who have been shadow banned in the past and what you can do about it. But let's go on with my first case of how I got shadow banned personally, so you guys can not make the same mistakes as I did. Basically, I wanted to have a bit of fun with a PC listing, and I used some different words that in hindsight, I realized I shouldn't have used, because that obviously triggered something in the Facebook algorithm that automatically thought that I was selling something that I actually wasn't. So what did I actually do in this listing? Well, I had a Ryzen 5 2600 and a RTX 2060 PC for sale. And in this listing, I decided to spice things up, or call it an MLG PC, or Major League Gaming. Now, it took that Major League, and I'm guessing it took the league part, and in the item itself, I actually put in the description, it was a big ticket item. And I realized after I got banned, I'm like, oh no. The algorithm put those two words together, ticket and also league, and thought that I was selling tickets to a sporting event. So it then went and shadow banned me, and it's been a week and a half later and I haven't been unbanned. I've put in multiple reports to Facebook to say, hey, I was actually just selling a PC using some fun terminology to sort of spice up my listing, and they haven't replied to me at all. There's no number I can contact in Australia to try and resolve this. They've pretty much just said, nope, you've done the wrong thing, and here's how we're gonna reward you. So how you can identify if you've been shadow banned is, the first thing is you're used to getting a certain number of messages and inquiries, but all of a sudden you get no views, no inquiries, not even from lowballers, which is surprising. So that's how you're gonna know your ads are sort of being filtered out and put right down the bottom of the listing. The second thing is, in my case, is I lost the renew ad feature. It just completely went away and I couldn't get that back. That's how I knew something was seriously wrong straight away. Now, I have had friends who have told me that they have been shadow banned in the past, but it's only been a temporary thing for using things like too many caps in a listing in the words. And so they said that went away after 3 days. But in my case, it's been more than 3 days. So I think something is severely wrong. Now, of course, if you've incurred this problem, or you want to know what to do if you incur this problem, then I unfortunately think the only way to get around this is to either get a Facebook rep to respond and realize that there's a mismatch in the algorithm, or make a whole new Facebook account in itself. And the problem with making a new Facebook account is apparently you have to be using Facebook actively on that account for 3 months before you can unlock the marketplace feature. Because if you make a new account, Facebook Marketplace is automatically not available. So that really puts you in a tough spot if you then have to get your Facebook account, which you've got all your photos, all your memories, all your friends, and then go make a new account because of this. And unfortunately, I think in my case, that's exactly what I'm going to have to do if I want to keep selling PCs on this marketplace. So basically, there is my example with Facebook Marketplace. I'll try and resolve this. If you guys have any tips and tricks of your own, be sure to drop them in the comments as well. But with Computex coming up very soon, I don't have time to resolve this. I actually don't even have time to make a new Facebook. I'm not even gonna bother until 2 weeks later. And then I'm going to make a whole new account and start trying to sell PCs on that account. But now we're moving on to the latter half of this video, and we're gonna talk about what you can do to avoid getting shadow banned like I did, or getting flat out banned. And the thing is, you can use words and terminologies that will circumvent this algorithm, because basically it's just identifying simple keywords, and when 1 or 2 of them are matched, it will then just simply wipe your ad off the listing, and that will affect your other listings. So in this case, I'd advise you guys not to use too many caps in your listing. It's okay to use them sparingly here and there. Another thing as well is I'd advise not to use any business terms, like don't say we are a business or anything like that, because they do have those options for business sellers who have to pay for ads. Another thing is don't list too much in a short time period. I heard from people who use this a lot that you should ideally be listing maximum 1 ad every 3 days. Your mileage may vary with this, but depending on how busy Facebook Marketplace is in your country, they might have different rules. No one exactly knows except the person or group of people who have programmed these algorithms. Another thing to look out for with Facebook Marketplace listings is emojis. If it detects you've used too many of these, it will then again just pretty much nerf your listing right to the bottom. Another thing to be careful of too is using links that link to external websites. This one can be a big no-no if it detects especially too many of these in an ad, then again, you're going right down the bottom. And the last two things to talk about which go hand in hand is visibility and also feedback. But I believe the feedback itself, if you have it private or open, it doesn't so much affect your visibility as opposed to having a lot of bad feedback. If you incur a lot of bad feedback within a short period of time, your ads, I believe, will then get nerfed down to the bottom. But if you have a lot of good feedback in a short period of time, that will then boost your ratings. Ad visibility itself, the more people that click on that ad over other ads, that will boost that one to the top. So the algorithm is similar to YouTube videos with thumbnails in that regard. The more people are clicking on that particular ad, the more Facebook Marketplace is going to promote that ad because it thinks it's hotter than the other ads. But in terms of feedback itself, actually having your feedback private or public, I believe doesn't affect the listing directly. But of course, it is always a good thing to have your feedback open because it may be a determining factor. If someone comes into your ad and says, hey, this guy's got private feedback, what's going on? Or at least if he's got a public feedback and the ratings are high, that may help that individual sale. Anyways, in terms of me and my situation at the moment, I am currently shadow banned on Facebook, but that's okay because I've still got good old Gumtree to rely on and fall back to, which doesn't seem like it has as strict as listing procedures as Facebook Marketplace does. And also in the relation to Gumtree, at least in Australia, I believe you can contact someone to get direct responses and help if something was to happen like it did on Facebook Marketplace. But regardless, I enjoy being a guinea pig for you guys and talking about this thing, as well as getting your feedback in the comment section and adding to the description if there's any other tips and tricks you've got in relation to not getting shadow banned, but also keeping your ads to the top of the marketplace. And with that aside, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then be sure to hit that like button. As always, if you want to check out some Tech Yes Lovin' merch, then the link is in the description below, and I'll catch you guys in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye. But also, subscription button, bell notification, bang, Tech Yes City on Instagram if you want the inside scoop. Peace out for now again. Bye.